Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. The first thing we're going to do is to prime our lids using Urban Decay Primer Potion. And then we're going to go right in with NYX Jumbo Shadow Pencil in Milk to make our lid shade pop. For today's look, I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Blush Neutrals 26 color eyeshadow and blush palette. I'm going to take a very bright corally pink shade and apply that all over my lid just because that's what color we're going with. Once you have that coral shade laid down, you want to apply a skin tone shade all in your crease area just for a good transition so everything blends really good. And here my camera decided to go out of focus, so I'm sorry for that, but it comes right back in a second. Sorry, my phone went off. Next, we're just going to take a shade that is a little bit darker than the transition shade and apply that in the crease as well and keep it on the outer part of the lid too. You can be a little bit messy with this because it all has to be blended out anyways. Here I'm just taking the same brush that I used to blend out the transition shade, and I didn't add any more shadow to it, but I'm just going to use it to blend out the harsh edges of that shadow. Now I'm going in with the darkest shade in that palette and just really focusing it on the outer part of my eye. This is just going to help with some depth. And again, you can be as messy as you want to because it has to be blended out anyways. Just your main goal is to just keep it on the outer part of your lid. Now I'm using the Kat Von D palette, and I'm taking the lightest shade and just using that as my brow bone highlight. There really wasn't any shades that I personally felt were light enough to use for the highlight in that Blush Neutrals palette, so this look wasn't done using just one palette. I like to try to do that as often as I can, but this time it just didn't happen. So here I'm just taking the second shade that I used and applying that to my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the darkest shade again and keep it just a little bit closer to my lash line. Now I'm just taking the second lightest blush from the palette and applying that to my cheeks. And I like the color of the blush, but it was a lot more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, so I just took some powder, some of my face powder on another brush and used it to blend it out a little bit. And instead of eyeliner today, I went back in to that Kat Von D palette and just took the black shade, and I'm going to smudge that on my lash line. I'm going to wing it out, and then I'm going to blend it to soften it up because I really didn't want such a harsh line today. And this is just smoking it out. I just took a clean brush and just went to town blending it. This is optional. I just wanted it to be more daytime appropriate, if you will. I mean, if you feel like rocking a full smoky eye, go for it, but it was just something to try, I guess. Now it's time to curl the lashes and apply mascara. Just kidding. It's time to apply some black liner to the waterline and tight line. And I'm going back in again to the Kat Von D palette and using a silvery shimmer for my inner corner highlight, just to open my eyes up. Now it's time for mascara, and I'm using the Voluminous Million. I think it's by Loreal. I use it in a lot of my videos because it's my favorite mascara. And I'm not the best at false lashes, and this stuff does a pretty decent job, so that saves me some aggravation. I am practicing with false lashes though, so don't think I don't want to try. And then this lipstick is just by Jacky&Lauren. And that is it, you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe and like if you liked it, and share.